Hello, and thank you so much for checking out this Grand Wagoneer Series 3 L Obsidian package. This video is for Lindsay. Also, bear with me, the wind is kind of aggressive out here, so if it sounds a little bad, I apologize. I'm going to start by going on the outside with you. On the front here, we have the front forward-facing camera with a cleaner built into it. Also, the front sensors on the bumper. You can see all the trim pieces painted black with that Obsidian package. It's super slick. We're gonna go around the side here now, show you those 20-inch gloss black wheels. Also a staple of the Obsidian package with the black trim on the bottom part, blacked out badge, and a black top on this one as well. Going around to the back, we got the rear parking sensors. And we also have a tow package as well, with a max tow package. Now I'm going to show you the inside. So this Obsidian in particular is equipped with a Tupelo interior with the black accent colors. There's a nice view of the odometer. Lots of awesome technology and safety stuff in this guy. A nice 12-inch screen with navigation built in. Can't forget about the rear screen as well, with the massaging seats. And then behind this guy, wireless phone charger with all of your phone cable plug-ins. We have the dial shifter. Air suspension's equipped on this one, of course, with all of your driving modes and your four-wheel drive low switch. One of my personal favorite things about the Grand Wagoneer is the integrated refrigerator in the middle console. You can turn it off if you just want to store normal stuff, but you can also turn it on with a click of that button, the AC, and it'll keep it cool. This one also is equipped with our moonroof, front and third row. And that goes all the way back. This Tupelo color is just beautiful, isn't it? Now, to go over a couple of the safety features this guy has, we have the blind spot monitoring in the mirrors. We also have the FSD, or the partial self-driving, equipped here. What that'll do is it's going to make sure that whenever you're banking around turns on the highway, it keeps you dead center in the lanes. It also gauges the distance between you and the person in front of you and prevents you from colliding with them. And you can also determine your car lengths that you wanted to keep you in between, so that you're at an optimal safety and driving distance. This also has lane assist as well. We have our pedal adjusters down here, all of our headlight settings, and our parking brake. Now I want to show you a couple more things up here, and then we're going to go to the back. So we have the fully digital rear view mirror display. This is really nice if you have a lot of cargo, or if you just don't want to look through all the heads that you have in the back. But if you really do like the normal one, you can keep it normal as well. This is cool, especially because you can change the brightness, and you can change the angle at which the camera projects. And it's a 4K resolution, so you can see every single thing behind you without having to worry about any blind spots. We have the side passenger interactive display too. Since this one is built with the Fire TVs integrated in the back seat, You can watch Fire TV capable media like Hulu, Netflix, Amazon Prime, all the really good stuff. And you can also hook up HDMI capable devices to project onto the screen as well. You can send directions to the driver, all kinds of cool stuff, but we can go over more of that in person if we decide that we're going to come out. Nice little touch here that you don't see is just this extra detail in the vents. I mean, everything is super premium and super beautiful. Now I wanted to show you some of the awesome camera stuff. So I'm gonna go to vehicle. Surround view camera. So this has a plethora of camera angles. So if you notice, whenever I turn this wheel, it's gonna make the lines move on the 360 view and the rear view. And then you can change it to a 180 rear view if you're trying to back out of a tight spot, 180 front view, standard front view with the lines that move to in 360 mode, and then your traditional full screen backup camera with a hitch zoom. Super, super cool stuff. And we also have the blind spot mirrors as well, mirror cameras. So these are really cool because you can go into your screen here and you can actually change it to this if you just want to check a blind spot, or whenever you put on your blinkers, it's going to show each of the individual side mirrors depending on which blinker you have, so you can see what's on the side of you at all times. Also really nice if you're hauling a trailer, so you can make sure it's not swaying or anything like that. The fam cam is one of my personal favorites on the vehicle. Sorry about the glare here, it's kind of hard to see it, but the reason I love the fam cam is because if you do have anybody in the back seat and you want to be able to keep tabs and eyes on them without having to rubberneck and take your eyes off the road too much, is you can go in here and you can click each individual seat and it will change to whichever one you push so that you can see what's going on at all times. And you might be thinking, well, what if it's nighttime? Is this really going to be something that's useful? It is, and the reason why is there's an infrared camera that can see in the nighttime, so you can see what's going on with your passengers back there at all times of the day, no matter what's going on. And then there's also a third row and second row headrest fold. You can automatically deploy your power steps with the push of a button. Lots of really cool stuff. And I'll show you this navigation screen too. It's the full screen. And these maps are updated with satellite every single time a new significant update needs to come out, so that you can keep in the know about where everything is at all times in the entire United States. So super, super helpful. And it'll also direct you to a gas station as well if your vehicle was to get low on gas and you need to urgently get to a gas station. So really, really cool there. And you can also hold these and you can adjust them and put them wherever you want based on your preference. So really cool stuff. Now these seats here, the front driver and passenger seats, one of the Grand Wagoneer exclusives is that you can actually go in here and you can turn the massaging seats on with different intensity levels, and then also different patterns at which it massages you. Super, super cool. Now that's comfortable and it helps, but it's not too much to where it's going to make you fall asleep on the road or anything, so it's super, super safe. And then you can change and custom fit and mold the seat to your preference with thigh bolstering, back bolster, lumbar in and out, and then lumbar up and down. So you can optimize the seat to the peak comfort that you need it to be in. And this is just front air conditioning controls. And then you can also change the rear as well, and then screen off if you don't want that screen to be too bright whenever you're driving. So we'll just go back there for now. Speaking of air conditioning and things like that, the vehicle's obviously equipped with heated seats, heated steering wheel, and ventilated seats, driver passenger. So super, super nice for keeping you maximum comfort any time of the year. So now I'm gonna go to the back and show you a couple cool things back there. Now, if you're lucky enough to be a passenger in the rear seat of this vehicle, we have the 10.25 inch, I believe, Amazon Fire Stick capable screens in the back. And they have a remote for each of the individual screens so that you can have two different things going on at the same time if you'd like to. So right now it's just in demo mode, but whenever the screen turns on, you can go in, you can sign in with your Amazon account. Also, the vehicle has in-vehicle Wi-Fi as well, so you can watch anything at any time you want in the back seat as long as you have a stable connection. Super, super nice. And then you can also plug headphones in. You can charge your phone from back here on the screen, or an HDMI port if you want to plug in a third-party accessory. In the rear, just like the front, there is heated and cooled seats in the captain's chairs. And you have this super premium, super nice middle console for the back as well, with storage, very, very deep storage, suede lines. You can keep all valuables safe and protected. And then you have a storage on the top as well with dual charging ports. Now, if the charging there is not enough, you also have 4 more spots right here, USB and USB-C. And you have a 115 volt, 150 watt utility plug-in and a 12 volt DC plug-in, so that you can charge as many things as you could possibly need. One of my favorite features about the back seat is that with the click of this button, if you need to have easy access to the third row, you click this button here, when just the help of a push, you have this nice big walkway to go into the third row, so that you don't have to climb over seats or configure them and move them around in a weird way. You can just easily get to where you need to go, which is nice. And then you just slide it on back, just like that. Here's a nice shot of the third row as well. Again, that Tupelo is just such a pretty color. It looks really, really good. And this leather is strong and it's super easy to clean too. So nothing to worry about as far as stains or getting anything on them. Super, super family friendly, if you will. And then there's that third row sunroof. So your second row and your first row passengers, they get to see the big one, but they still give your third row passengers a super awesome view of the clouds and the sky anytime they want. And that's the fam cam I was talking about earlier with the infrared camera in it. Super awesome. I'm gonna show you one more thing back here. In this third row, notoriously on vehicles, the third row could be the one that nobody wants to sit in because it's not very comfortable, but they give you 2 charging ports on each side, and they give you adequate ventilation on each side as well. Plus, you can adjust how far back you want to lean the seat so that you're not just stiff, and you can actually adjust it to cater towards your comfort in a long road trip or something like that. Super, super awesome. One other little feature, not little, but really, really nice feature that's the luxury part of the Grand Wagoneer, is that you have a suede lined ceiling and headliner. So this is premium suede that you'll find on a lot of high-end clothing and shoes all over the entire top. And this is a Grand Wagoneer exclusive as well. It's just another attention to detail and quality. So, and this does also shut if your third row passengers don't want all that sun on them. Now I'm going to shut this and we're going to check out the cargo space. But first I'm going to lay this seat down. That headrest folds perfectly just so it makes sure it misses that screen and it lays flat. And here is that trim running board that comes down that has a nice 6 or 7 inch foothold with grooves, so you can get in super easily anytime. Now for the rear, power lift gate, of course, and it also has the kick entry and exit sensor below, so you can shut it if you have your hands full. Now look at this space. I don't want to misspeak, but I believe that it adds an extra 16 to 18 inches of cargo space compared to the normal Wagoneer. This was Jeep's way of stepping into that extended length luxury SUV so that people that have a demanding lifestyle with cargo or maybe sports or something like that, they could easily accommodate everything they have in their life. This is a reversible mat. You can have the all-weather side, or you can just have the nice cloth side. And of course, the third row is a power fold with the click of a button. Your seats can fold down. If you don't have all this people that you need sitting in all these normal seats, then you can extend that by another at least 3.5 feet for a nice big flat cargo area. And then another nice premium touch for the Grand Wagoneer is that you get these adjustable cargo tie downs that lock in place at the click of a button. So if you need to tie down any valuable cargo or anything you don't want to move. And then you can also fold the second row seats with the click of a button as well. And they stow down perfectly. So you have a huge amount of extra space if you need to haul anything important. So another nice little feature is if you're in a low clearance area with your vehicle, like let's say you're in a garage or you're in under a tree and you need to make sure that your lift gate doesn't go too high, then you can pull this to your desired height, and then you can hold this button here for 3 seconds. You hear that beep. So now this door will never go above that ever again unless you manually override it and set it again yourself. So super, super cool attention to detail there. I'm gonna set that back to the highest setting. Some of the safety stuff also is that there is airbags on every single door and every single pillar in the vehicle. So we got our airbags here. Heaven forbid there's some sort of wreck or anything like that. These airbags are gonna encompass you and safely hold you in place if you're like rolling, or if you had a side impact or something like that that's dangerous or detrimental to your family. This vehicle is gonna be optimal for keeping you safe and making sure nothing happens to any of your loved ones or any of your cargo. So I've kind of put a lot out there in this video. There's a lot to digest. Sorry the video went on a little long, but there's things I haven't even explained yet, and there's things I haven't even said yet, but I felt like this was hopefully just a really good video to show a lot of the really cool stuff, like the hot button points. So I'm gonna go ahead and shut this. You'll see how that shuts. I'm going back to the front here. And once again, thank you so much for checking out this Grand Wagoneer Series 3 L Obsidian with me.